Observatory from 25th Century Games, a game all about rolling dice, plotting out stars, and making constellations to match up with the cards you're going to be scoring. Well, I want to show you how you can do that all by yourself without other people. So join me at the table as I hit it like a hermit and play Observatory by myself. All right, we are set up for the solo play of Observatory. So these boards have different sides based on player count. So this is the one player side. We are going to play over 12 rounds, which means I'm going to be rolling these dice 12 times. This one's a little hard to see on my playmat, so I'll do my best to put it up here and remember to do that. I will say this game is a prototype copy. There will be a link to the campaign down below if you want to check out that campaign that this is featured in. I'm going to go over this very briefly on how it plays. Otherwise, you should be able to grasp it as I am playing. Basically, every turn I'm going to roll these dice. I'm going to use these dice to fill in stars on my map, attempting to complete these constellations over here. Once I've completed constellations, at the end of my turn, I'm going to draw from either here or these face-down decks to refill my constellations. When I cross these spots, I'm going to put a star anywhere or research down on my research track. These research tools do a variety of options. This lens lets me add or subtract a number to a die that's been rolled. This drive lets me put a number up here that is considered a wild. The finder unlocks these 4 stars to where I would be able to use them later on to put a star anywhere. The filter allows me to do these bonuses I get from completing the constellations twice. And funding is going to be end of game points, 1 for each item that has been funded and filled in. As I said, I'll be using these to fill in stars. I am going to use 2 of my roll to fill in a star in this map where the numbers intersect. 1 is wild. So in the instance of a 5 and a 3, I would look here at the 5 and the 3, or the 3 and the 5, looking in those 4 spots and filling something in, or putting the star in that location, trying to match these constellation symbols. The third die I will use to fill in something down here on my research track, and the orange die, which is the shooting star die, will be used to in order to put a star in a row or column that matches that number. Alrighty, that is the basics of it. Like I said, I'm going to play over 12 rounds, so 12 rolls in total. I may eventually start doing what Bri did on hers to kind of help her, is she kind of put like small little faint circles in where she wanted to put the stars, be able to make the constellations. I'm going to kind of wait till I get a couple stars to see where I might want to put stuff. So we start with our first roll. So I'm going to maybe try and put it right there unless I put a wild number there. So we have a 2, a 4, and a 5. So I think we're going to start off with our 2 and 5, and we're going to kind of go up here because this is going to give me enough room that I should be able to work off of here and do any of these. So we are going to, I think, put it right here. My star drawing isn't always the best, although that's a fairly decent one. Draw the stars however you like, whatever works for you. It'd be your game, and you enjoy it how you want. So that was my 2 and 5. So now my 4, I'm going to fill in one of these down here. I think I kind of want to fill in this finder. The other thing about these tools is these research areas down here, is once you have filled in at least 3 of one row, it unlocks the ability for you to put a star anywhere or do one research of your choice. So finally, we're going to look at this 6. The 6, like as I said, I can put in any column or row. I think I am kind of looking at maybe trying to do this one up here. So that would be over to here and then down to there. So let's go ahead and fill in that one with my shooting star die. So color that in. So if we look here, there's one space. I need to go over 1 and down 2, over 1, down 2, and then to there it looks like, and then up to there. So that was round 1. We move to round 2. Again, rolling these up. We got a 6 again on there, and a 1, a 4, and a 4. As I said, a 1 is wild. So let me figure out where I want to go with these. So I think for this one, I'm going to look at maybe working on this guy right around here. So we're going to use the 1 and 4 to fill in this spot right there. So the other thing I like doing when we play, and I can't really necessarily do it here because I don't want to get stuff confused, especially for you watching, is like if I knew I was working on this one up here, I kind of like putting the card up here so I remember that's where it is. And then especially because you can actually rotate them, you just can't mirror them. A lot of times I'd kind of put it in the way I want to make that shape to kind of do that. So like I'll kind of maybe push this one over here to know that I'm working on it right there, etc. Actually, I could leave it there and swap that around and know that this one relates up to here and this is there. This is a very spatial game, so kind of however you can optimize and make it so it's easier for you to see it is a good way of doing it. So that leaves me with another 4, so I can't fill in this 4 again. So there may be, I think I'm going to start filling in my filter as well. That's a really nice one to have. Gives you extra actions in essence. And then we have our 6. So if we look at this one, as I said, we want to go over 1 and down 2. So we want right there with our 6. And then we are a couple of stars away from being able to knock this one out. We need to get this one and that one. So that is round 2. Moving along. We have 6, 6, 2, and our special one up there is 5. So where did I say we needed to go? So we got that one. We need to come up here, which is a 2 and a 5. And then down 2 and over 1, which is a 3 and a 5. So we know we're going to put the 5 in there somewhere. So we have a 2 and a 6 or a 6 and a 6. We can start doing, so that one we can't really do with the 6 and the 6, but the 2 and the 6 would also be hard to manage. Could look at starting our little diamond person there with our, let's go to 2 and the 6. And we're going to put that right there to see if we can get our diamond going in that corner. So the 2 and 6 have been used. We now do our 6 down here. We're going to put that here in our finder. And then, like I said, the 5. So we need to doop, 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 and go down 1 over 2, right to here. And that is going to leave us needing to fill in right up there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Yep, we're all good. All right, so we are 4 rounds in. Just make 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. Yep, haven't done any bonus stars yet. So now we have a 2. Oop. So that's going to be helpful because our 2 can go right there because it's in that 1, so I don't have to worry about doing up there. So instead, maybe looking down here to my diamond, we have the 5 and the 6. So let's go ahead and plop that in there. Done there. We can fill in our 3 on our finder. So this can be done whenever I want. I can now choose when I want to fill in a star somewhere or a research. We have our 2, which we are going to put right here. Wait, nope. Yep, right there underneath it. And this is going to complete our constellation. So now that we've completed one, we're going to grab this. We're going to kind of draw our lines here, down to here, over to there, up to there, and across. So a big reason with this is because I cannot draw any lines for another constellation through here. So I wouldn't have been able to work on this one here and then bring it out. Same thing, I can't reuse the stars. So this is going to go face down to score points at the end, but I do get this bonus of a 4, in essence, shooting star. So I can look at my 4s and see if there's somewhere I want to put in there. Let's go ahead and come all the way over here and see if I can work on this one kind of down in this way. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will work. We're going to go, let's go ahead and give myself a little leeway in the bottom. We're going to just go right there with our shooting star 4 from our constellation card. So this will again get put that face down to score at the end of the game. I now can refill my area by grabbing one from up here. I don't think I want to grab one of the big ones this far into the game. I could grab this another 8. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab another 8 one with the research icon. I could have also grabbed from the top of the decks. Oh, that would have been a nice one to grab. Oh well. So that is it for that round. We now move over one. So because this has this little red mark here, I can put a star anywhere or do one on the research track. I think I want to put a star anywhere, and we're going to put a star down here to work on our diamond. And there's that. So now working on our next roll. So we have a 1, 5, and 3. Look down the 5s. So if I am planning on trying to do this one there, it's going to be, this one I am going to kind of do the little light circles like I said Bri did. So we kind of want to go there, 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 and then up 2, over 1, and there. So as you can see, the lines matter because this is going to have the lines here, which means I technically could put something coming up that way. So looking at those and looking down here, I kind of want to leave the 5 alone. So I'm kind of thinking I want to do a 1 and a 3. None of those fit here in this 1 and 3 area there. But if I have this one that needs to go 1, 2 up, I can put a star here to work on that one right there. So fill that in like so. There's my 1 and my 3. We use my 5 to fill this in down here. And then we have a 4, which we do need this one here. So we can just work on it like that. And that's where, like I said, those come in handy because then you know exactly what you need to work on. Moving on to 6. After this, we are halfway done. So we have a 2 up there, a 3, 3, and 6. So first off, let's look. 6, 3. Nope. 3, 3. This goes here to there to there, right? 1, 2. So we will use our 3, 3 to mark this. And then we're going to use our 6 down here for the filter. Like that. So those are those. We do our 2. Nothing right now in the 2 is going to be helpful because I need a 3 for over here. So let's go ahead and see about putting one in right there and see if I can work my way around maybe with this one because this would be over. Nope, because that's going to be in my way. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to see. Maybe I can cross-section something. That I might try and do this one because if we go here, it's 1, 2, and then up that way. It's going to be close. I don't even know if I'll actually get to any more besides what I'm working on because the rounds are going to be ending here soon. So I did my 2. We have this one right here. So up to there, and then over to there. They should have been kind of the same point, but I get the general gist. So that completes this one. I now do a 5 shooting star action. So looking down here in our 5s, we know we got a couple down here, or I can work my way this way. We're going to work our way this way with this. And fill it in. And that will go for end game scoring. We get another one here. If this goes over 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, up 1, and then here down to there, we can possibly do that one. So Moving on to 7, a star wherever I want or a research. I think I'm actually going to fill in this research right here with this one. So this unlocks my ability to use these 4 stars, which will help me here in the future, especially if I need to start getting stuff. So there is that one. Let's get to our roll in this second half of the game. Right, 2 up here, 2, 3, and 5. The 5 and the 4. 5, 5, 6, 5. So those are all big ones. But the 3, nope, that's a 3, 6 I need for there. But if I'm going to go with this thing over here, and I had to go, what, 1, 2, 3, and up 1, and then up to here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a 3 and a 5. That will work. So coming down 3 and 5. 5 and 3, 3 and 5. Yep, 3 and 5. To make our star, fill it in. And then that is going to leave this 2 here to fill in for our filter. Like that. And then we can mark anything in a 2. I don't need anything there. I don't need anything there. So I'm not quite sure what I want to work on. So let's go ahead and plop in one just up here in this corner. Kind of out of the way of everybody. Do I want to do an extra one to be able to get some stuff going? Or I could do a couple research to unlock my filter. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to knock out both of these researches to fill in my filter, which means the next time I complete a constellation, I can do its benefit twice. Round 8. So a 6 up here, 5, 6, 4. Pretty sure I'm using the 4 and 5. Yep, let's do the 4 and 5. We'll leave the 6 for down here. We have the 4, we have the 5. And then we are getting close to this, so we can come down here with our 6. Knock that out right there. And then do our 6 down here. I think we're going to start working on the magnify and focus your observation. Right like that. Round 9. So a 5 up here. So I know I can do this 5. I don't have a 6 and a 5, but I could bring that 5 there. So basically I need some 5s, but the 3, 5 doesn't do me any good. So looking at 3, 5, looking at 3, 5, looking at 3, 3. Oh, I need a 3, 3 right here. So that works for that. We fill in our 5 right here. And then our 5 here, come down and fill in that star. So I think at this point, so I know what I can work on next, I am going to use one of these to fill in this star right here, which is going to allow me to complete this constellation. Down to there, through those, over to there. So the big thing to know about these constellations is you're basically going from middle star to middle star when you connect them. So that completes this one. Because of my filter, I can do 2 researches. So let's go ahead and do a research on the 4. And we'll do one on the 3. So that was this one, which means I need to try and grab another one. This one is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I might be able to accomplish this one up here in this corner. Or doop, doop, doop. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, I think I'm actually going to just top deck this one. I'm kind of looking for another A. And I did get it. And I think I might, so one, down 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then up to that one. 1, 2. So if I can get those done right there, that will be this one. So diamonds there, this is there, that's there. I don't even think I'm going to be able to fit that in anywhere. That's going to be kind of hard to do. All right, so that was that round. We're going to move on to round 10. 1, 3, 4, 6. This leaves me some options because I will put the 6 there. So I know the 6 can knock out that for me. This is at 4, 4. I technically could do that with the 1. And that could knock out that card. So I could get both of those taken care of. The 6 is there. The 1, 4 is there. That leaves me the 3 down here. Yeah, I think that's going to be my best shot. So let's just sell off this 3. So we're going to go 4, 4 because the 1 is wild. Right here. We are going to do the 6 right here. And then we are going to do the 3. We're coming near the end of the game, so we're going to do the 3 down here in funding for end game points. Like so. Then we are going to look at our constellations. So we have that goes there. This goes down there. That scores for this one. It doesn't have any bonus, so I don't get a bonus. We do this one right here. Dupe, 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 and dupe. This has a research bonus. So we are going to unlock our lens with one of them. And then we're going to fill in one down here in funding for a second one. And now I need to grab 2 more. So I already know this one I am working on up here, kind of upside down like that. Is there another one that I can maneuver in here? Here. See if I start here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I might be able to get that one. And for fun, let's go ahead and go with this one. We might be able to sneak that one up in there. I haven't counted it out yet. If we go here, up 1, 2 over 1, and then up 2 over 1. Yeah, I might be able to sneak that one in there if the rolls work out well. All right. So there was all of that. So let me kind of circle these numbers and kind of see exactly where they would need to be. So we have that, up 2, diagonal to 1, then up 1, 2 over 1. That does not leave me room for that one where I was initially planning it, because I wouldn't be able to go from here, 1, 2, wait. So if I go here, 1, 2, 1, 2, nope, I'd have to be here, which is doable. So here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, so I could try and get these 3. I only have a couple more rolls, but I have some extra stars I can still lay out. So we are going to go here, which does give us one of our extra stars. Oh, my stars and garters. So now I got to remember which one is it. So this one is for this guy right here. So let's go ahead and work on that one, because that's going to give me the shooting star 5, which would let me fill in those 2 if I got it. So that would be very helpful. So yeah, we're going to work on finishing that one with the 2, 3. Which I do have my lens, so I can actually adjust numbers. We have a 2, a 1, a 2, a 4. So let's go ahead and use the 1 and 2 as, we're for this one. Right in there. Which is pretty awesome. So I know I have this one now. And then The 4, we're just going to load up funding these last couple of rolls. Wait, I didn't do my... Oh, I did do my bonus star. That's right. If I forgot to, I'll put a link down below or comment down below. But I'm pretty sure I did my bonus one. That's when I chose to do over here. I'm reasonably sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did that one with my bonus one. So we did my 4 down in funding, my 2. I could get myself filled in here, but I know I'm doing the 5. I know I'm doing the 5. I'm going to use my lens to change this to a 1. Normally you wouldn't change the die, but I'm the only one playing, and it's my die to do. So as soon as I know I'm going to get these 2 done, or this one with the 5, and that one with the 5, we can do that one right there. So I'm almost to there. I'm going to do this one. I completed this. To there, to there, to there. Gives me 2 5s. We're going to do that 5 right there. And this 5 right down here. Like so. This goes off to the side. I'm just going to grab a random one from top because I'm not going to worry about it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 3 bonus stars, technically 4 down here, so I should have no problem getting these last couple that I want to get. Moving into the last round. We have a 2, a 3, a 5, a 6. So this is in a 3, 4, 3, 4, 4, 2. So that's the 2. So I know I don't need to use my -1 in order to change that one. So instead, I can use my -1 to change. We'll change this to a 4. So we have a 3, 4 right here. Three, 4 right there. Do our 6 in here. Do our 2 up here. And this line right here is kind of what I mean about how it really only matters for the center of the star for the crossing the lines. So I will fill this one in here. So this goes straight up, over, and up. And then let's go ahead and use a couple of these to finish off right here. Over and down, which is that one. So I probably could have seen if I could have done this one down here, and that would have given me a couple of the 3s, but I didn't need any of the 3s, so that wouldn't have mattered. And I have 1 extra star, 2 stars. I can turn those into basically 1 point by just putting in unused stars. So we'll just put those down here like that. So there we go. We are at the end of round 12. If I did mess up and miss doing my bonus one, just know I probably could have gotten this one and could have affected a lot of stuff. But that is my fault for not remembering because I got involved talking. All right, so now we are going to get to end of game points. So we are going to score points based on their face value. And these A's are going to score based on how many I have. I have 3, so that is going to be 6 points. So we have 6, so that is 10 right there. 10, 26, 31, 34, 35 because of the 2 stars I didn't use. And then you're going to have your funding. So I was at 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 points. This is normally where that wild star goes. I'm just putting my score there so you can see it. So that is 39 points. That is the solo mode of Observatory. Hope you enjoyed that. Again, go ahead and check out the link to the campaign down below. And make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell for this video and this channel. That is all appreciated. Alrighty? So good out and observe the stars.